It's a secret society. All they ask is trust. And let's get to it. Let's get to it. Thank you for joining me. I'm Magnetic Intuition. And you know I got a topic as usual. I'm going to go ahead and start off with smear campaigns. I'm at work. And of course, you know, when you're dealing with the secret societies, you know, smear campaigns are like a part of their recipe, you know? They have to mess your reputation up. You know, that's what devils do, you know? I mean, well, what do you expect, you know? A devil has to lie, right? So they have to manipulate. They have to manipulate you, and they have to manipulate the people that are not a part of the secret society. So let me get into my situation at work. And you know, it's always crazy at work, you know. I've posted videos about what's been going on. And the reality of it is, everyone's going to have to pay me eventually. So I don't even take things serious anymore. I just document, you know. I report and document. And that's really what it is. I always got proof. Either way it go. Whether someone likes me or not is not important to me. Because I know the people that don't like me are most likely devil worshippers. So it don't matter to me. These are the same people that take part in transporting children and molesting children. You know, stupidness, you know? Stealing people's inheritance and all that. You know, I talked about this stuff. This ain't nothing new. I mean, what do you expect from a devil, you know? It is what it is. These are the type of people that follow me every day. You know? Knock on my wall when I'm in the bathroom taking a dump. You know, just weird stuff, you know? Recording when I fart and then playing it back for me. Oh man, you gotta love these people, man. You gotta love them. Hitting my let me show you this real quick. Hitting my AC, what you call it? My AC box on the other side of the room. These people are crazy, man. But you gotta love it, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the Most High, your Creator, uses these people, these minions, as testing tools, you know? They do help you grow, because if you're really under pressure and you're stagnant in life, you still got to keep it moving, right? So you must learn. You must be patient, regardless of what happens. You know what I'm saying? You have to use your emotional intelligence, like I said in one of my videos. You know, because these people, they're gonna try to get you emotionally, so you got to be prepared. You know, so it's a learning experience. I mean, if I told y'all that I regret what's going on with me, Freemasonry, EasternStars, Illuminati, government harassing me, I'll be lying to you. Do I enjoy it? No, of course not. But it is funny though. I gotta admit, it's hilarious, and most of all, you learn their tricks because they're doing it on you every day. So now you have the code. You feel me? And then you're dealing with their weak ass witchcraft. Probably the worst thing of them all, right? That weak witchcraft that they send your way. When they have 10 to 15 people taking pictures of me every day, and this stuff only gives me nightmares here and there. Every once in a while, it gives me nightmares. I was having nightmares when I was like 3 years old. From the time I remember being a little kid, at 3 years old till now, I've been having nightmares because people would send me witchcraft, even as a little baby. And I still remember that. So that stuff don't affect me. And it's so funny because people, these devils, these minions, they get like like a laugh out of it, a kick out of it when they take one picture and they think they're gonna do something with it. And I'm just standing there, I'm just looking at them like. So a lot of times I just ignore them, you know. But at the end of the day, it's entertaining to me because I know it ain't going nowhere. You're not as strong as me, and then I have protection. My protections, they're killers. You can't even see them. Like, they're spirits. You feel me? And if you're trying to throw witchcraft at me and do spell work and etc., and the Most High made a destiny specifically for me, and you're trying to mess that up, now you're dealing with the Creator. I mean, what you gonna do? You feel me? Like, that's why I'm so comfortable, because I already know ain't shit happening to me. The only person that can mess me up is me, you feel me? And I'm not self-sabotaging for nobody. That's for sure. After all the stuff I've been through, I'm not self-sabotaging. But anyway, let me get to it, man. I was going a little too deep into something else. Let me digress and get into smear campaigns. I'm already 6 minutes in. So check it, right? Had a situation with a Eastern Star at work. And of course, you know, the goal of these people is to basically get you all emotional by arguing and going back and forth, and then sending witchcraft your way. And the full moon had just passed. I think it's still going on. No, it's not going on. But it had just passed. But this is like during like the full moon, like a couple of days ago. So basically what happened was, one of my coworkers is the Eastern Star, which she basically got a ticket, a parking ticket, and I think it was like $115, and she basically wanted me to put in $30. I'm like, what is this? Like the company pays for the car. I wasn't there, you feel me? So I hit up the supervisor and I told him what happened. He was like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with you. And I already know that, but I'm just like not trying to go back and forth with anybody, because I know that's the main, you know, plan to get me riled up. But obviously, even though these people watch me 24/7, they still don't know me enough to know that I'm not gonna go back and forth with anybody. But I guess it's worth the try, right? Like, why not? You know. Cause she's a good manipulator. Don't get it twisted. Like, the girl's skilled at what she do. You know, she's skilled at what she does. So I was even entertained. I'm like, yo, I'm learning something every day by what she's doing. Cause she's playing trickery with me. Like, she had the child lock on, and I was in the back seat, and I'm trying to get out, and she's like, say pretty please, say pretty please. And I'm like, girl, don't play with me. And I just went out the other door to the side, you know. And I'm just like, these are kid games, man. Like, I'm too old for this. But these are the tactics that will be used to rile you up emotionally, you know. So there could be like an open gap there to get that witchcraft in. You know, this is how these people think, man. You know, so you gotta understand the game, the spiritual warfare for what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, I learned a lot from these people. So let me move on. So basically, I said, nah, I'm good. I'm not paying $30 for nothing. You feel me? Like, what am I giving $30 for? If anything, it's gonna help her out. You understand what I'm saying? Because she's already spying on me. You know, she's giving information back, taking pictures of me, doing witchcraft, and etc. And she's not the only one. There's other colleagues too that are part of the same stuff we talk about, man. You know, same stuff I talk about, Freemasonry, Eastern Star stuff. You know, got other coworkers like that, but it's all good. You know, I blend in perfect anywhere I go. You know, so I keep the peace. Unless something get, you know, crazy, then I gotta put you in your place. But I don't really have to say nothing to put you in your place. I could just say 1 or 2 words and that's it. So more or less, I was like, I'm good. You know, I'm not paying no $30 for anything. So whatever. She went about her business. But before she went about her business, she was like, "Oh, you broke." So basically, these people, these witches, warlocks, they have this game where they try to make you say that you're less than what you are, and you're putting a spell on yourself. So if I was to say I'm broke, then spiritually that would affect me. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say things like that. Your words are very powerful, especially mine as an earth angel. They're very powerful. But in general, you can't tell yourself nor someone else that you're broke. That's not how it works, And the fact that she knows that her, how can I say this? I guess her, oh man, the fact that she knows that her, can't even describe these people, man. We'll just say cult. The fact that she knows that her cult and her brothers and sisters stole cryptocurrency from me and possibly an inheritance and been messing with my life throughout my whole life and tried to ask me if I was broke, that tells you a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's a game. So you have to understand the game without being emotional. You understand what I'm saying? Me, I've been through so much, too much. So that stuff ain't gonna work on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when I wasn't going through anything, at least, that was my perception years ago, that I wasn't going through much. I would just I'm too emotionally intelligent for that to let anything like that bother me. So you just had to be focused on stuff like that. You have to know that it's a game. So I knew she was playing games. So I come back to work the next day, and she was heading out. So I walk in the break room, and there's 5 or 6 employees. Now let me remind y'all, I'm contracting. We're contractors. So who I'm talking about, she's a contractor with me, and there's other contractors with us too that are Freemasons and EasternStars, right? And for me, like I said, I keep the peace as long as you ain't bringing no drama, right? So with the other ones, I'm cool, Maybe there's a regular person, 1 or 2, I don't know. So anyway, but when I go into the break room, these are regular workers that we train, because we go to hospitals and clinics and we train the staff on how to use the electronic medical records, right? So I go in there in the break room, and one of them says, "Oh, there goes the cheap one," but she said it with my back turned because I had walked past them. So I thought I was hearing things, you know what I'm saying? Because I had my earpiece in this ear, and they was on this side. You understand what I'm saying? But it made more sense to me that somebody said that because after what happened. So to keep in mind, you know what I'm saying, you got to keep in mind that there's EasternStars and Masons there too, And they showed themselves already. They're doing little things here and there that shows me there's no secret, you know what I'm saying? There's no secret. And usually the places that these people send me to are going to be places that have Masons and EasternStars, People I work with, the people I'm training. Not everyone, though. I'm not going to claim everyone is a part of that cult, but they send me to these places because they're spying on me, right? Which is smart. It's smart. But if the person that's being targeted knows, then it kind of messes things up, because now I got the game, you know what I'm saying? I know the game. This is a chess game to me, So anyway, she says, "Yeah, there goes the cheap one." And of course, I'm like, "Yo, did I just really hear somebody say that?" So then as I walk out, I realize, yeah, somebody had to say that. And like I said, the smear campaigns, the lady that's working there, she's the Eastern Star that said that. And just imagine her colleagues that are the clinic workers, some of them are not in the cult. So she can imagine she's telling them the same thing, how I'm cheap or broke or whatever, right? But in actuality, they don't know that this same woman that I didn't want to give $30 to is someone that's throwing witchcraft on me. There's someone that literally wants me dead. You know what I'm saying? So why would I even support someone like that? Doesn't make sense. Like why would I do that? Unless it's like gas, right? Like if we had to put in for gas or something like that, no problem. But the company reimburses the driver for putting in gas. So, you know, we're not talking about the inside story. We're just talking about like outer surface things, like all the games the girl was playing with me and all that. We're not talking about that. So that's the type of stuff that happens with a smear campaign. You know, stories like that happen are told that are really not true in a sense, because it's distorted, because we don't know the whole story. We just know what's being told. So little stuff like that. It's kid games, right? But that's how smear campaigns go on. It starts with stuff like that, and then it goes on and on and on. You know, like the cult cultivates what's said in these organizations. Because a lot of times the managers are in the cult too. Not all the time. I'm not saying all the time, but you know, could be in this situation too. But like I tell y'all, man, I have a video. Opinions don't matter. Even if it's not a cult, it doesn't matter. You feel me? Because I rock with the Most High. You feel me? I'm on a mission. My destiny is to shut these devil worshippers down and bring peace to the world. You feel me? Bring peace and love to the world. Bring education. You know what I'm saying? Bring the truth out. You know, what you gonna do to that? You can't do nothing to that. So more or less, God bless to everyone that's a part of that smear campaign. You feel me? And I don't have to speak about it, but I have to educate the people. I have to educate the people at the end of the day. You know? Because it literally just happened yesterday. It popped up in my mind. I'm like, man, I got to tell the people about this, because this is a normal thing that happens at probably all jobs. And some people probably don't know how to deal with it. So I thought I'd share that little insight at work. This is normal for me, you feel me? Like, that's what these people bring, drama to your life. And I just alchemize it, and that shit turns into dust, you feel me? I flip it. This is the real chess player of life, you know? Like, I don't play games over here. But they love to play with me, so bring it on, you feel me? But I'll tell y'all, man, I get the last laugh. Laugh now, cry later. Y'all, I'm out of here. Magnetic Intuition. Stay prayed up, stay blessed. Peace, people.